In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NFL games happening on October 29, 2023, and providing you with a free team pick and total pick for this game, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this 3 NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Denver Broncos versus Kansas City Chiefs. Sunday afternoon will witness an electrifying clash at Mile High Stadium in Denver, Colorado, as the Kansas City Chiefs square off against the Denver Broncos. The Chiefs have been on an impressive 6-game winning streak, while the Broncos have faced 2 defeats in their last 3 outings. The Kansas City Chiefs are having a stellar season, boasting a 6-1 record. In their recent triumph against the Los Angeles Chargers, they secured a convincing 31-17 victory. Although they scored 24 points in the first half, it was their exceptional defense that shone brightly in the second half, holding the Chargers scoreless. The Chiefs outgained Los Angeles by a total of 483-358, and both teams committed 2 turnovers during the game. After their season opener loss to Detroit, the Chiefs have embarked on a remarkable 6-game winning streak. Their offense is averaging 25 points per game, with 285.4 passing yards and 111.3 rushing yards per game. Star quarterback Patrick Mahomes has thrown for 2,017 yards, 15 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions this season. Additionally, Isaiah Pacheco has contributed 419 rushing yards and 3 touchdowns, while Travis Kelce has caught 48 passes for 525 yards and 4 touchdowns. The Kansas City defense has been stingy, allowing just 15 points per game this season. On the other side, the Denver Broncos have encountered a challenging season, holding a 2-5 record. Their latest game saw them narrowly defeat the Green Bay Packers with a score of 19-17. While the Broncos led 9-0 at halftime, they found themselves trailing 17-16 in the fourth quarter, only to kick the go-ahead field goal with about 4 minutes remaining. Denver outgained Green Bay with a total of 339-331 and managed to force a crucial turnover in their victory. The Broncos' only other win this season was a hard-fought 31-28 battle against the Bears. The Denver offense is averaging 21 points per game, with 199.4 passing yards and 111.6 rushing yards per game. Russell Wilson, their quarterback, has thrown for 1,499 yards, 13 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions this season. Meanwhile, Javon Williams has contributed 272 rushing yards, and Courtland Sutton has been a reliable target, catching 31 passes for 351 yards and 5 touchdowns. However, the Denver defense has struggled, allowing an average of 31 points per game. Kansas City enters this matchup as the hottest team in the NFL, boasting a 6-game winning streak. In their previous encounter on October 12th, the Chiefs secured a 19-8 victory at home. While they scored only 19 points in that game, they are likely to find more success in the upcoming match against a Denver defense that has been allowing an average of 440 yards per game. Furthermore, the Kansas City defense has been impressive, not allowing more than 20 points in their last 5 games. With recent victories on the road by margins of 7 and 3 points, the Chiefs are well prepared to take on the Broncos. Though the Denver Broncos haven't beaten the Chiefs in quite some time, they have covered the spread in 4 of their last 6 meetings. In their recent clash 2 weeks ago, they remained competitive, losing by only 11 points and allowing just 3 points in 3 of the 4 quarters. Coming off a satisfying win against the Packers, the Broncos are looking to upset the Chiefs at home. If they maintain a ground-focused strategy with Javon Williams and emphasize ball control, they stand a good chance of keeping the game close and potentially even winning straight up. So the Denver Broncos to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Denver's defense has been on an upward trend over the past couple of weeks after a challenging start, showcasing the talent and potential they possess. The Broncos' best chance in this game is to adopt a conservative approach and heavily rely on the rushing capabilities of Javon Williams. The Chiefs, apart from Travis Kelce, have limited offensive weapons, making it unlikely that they'll push the game into a high-scoring range. With Patrick Mahomes already recording 6 interceptions in 7 games, the Chiefs' offensive ceiling appears lower than in previous seasons, making making it probable that the game will stay under the projected total. As two familiar rivals who have recently faced off, a low-scoring affair with a total of 27 points wouldn't even be remotely surprising. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Cincinnati Bengals versus San Francisco 49ers. On Sunday, October 29th, two teams heading in different directions will collide. The Cincinnati Bengals, who have struggled at the beginning of the season but have now found their groove with 3 wins in their last 4 games, come into this contest with a current record of 3-3. In contrast, the San Francisco 49ers began the season with a sizzling 5-0 record but have hit a rough patch with consecutive road losses, bringing their current season record to 5-2. The Bengals are riding the momentum with a 3-3 record, winning their last 2 games. In their most recent victory over the Seattle Seahawks, their defense held strong, allowing only 13 points and securing a 4-point win. Joe Burrow showcased a solid performance, completing 24 of his 35 passes for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Despite their recent success, the Bengals' season average stands at 17 points, while their defense has been conceding 21 points per game. The offense is ranked 28th in the league, and they are well aware of the need to step up their performance in this game. All indications point to Sam Darnold starting for the 49ers, as Brock Purdy is currently in the concussion protocol. Despite their blazing 5-0 start to the season, the 49ers have hit a stumbling block with 2 consecutive losses. In their previous game against the Minnesota Vikings, the 49ers offense struggled, putting up just 17 points, which proved insufficient for the win. Unfortunately, star player Deebo Samuel was sidelined with a shoulder injury and is unlikely to return for a few weeks. The 49ers have been averaging 29 points on offense, while their defense has allowed just 16 points per game. They boast the 2nd-ranked offense and the 3rd-ranked defense in the league. The 49ers endured another challenging offensive game against Minnesota, resulting in 3 turnovers, 325 total yards, and only 25 minutes of time of possession. After averaging 33 points per game in their first 5 outings this season, they have struggled to score, managing just 17 points in each of the last 2 games. The saving grace has been their defense, which has consistently limited opponents to 23 or fewer points in every game. Cincinnati's season has been marked by inconsistency, partly due to quarterback Joe Burrow playing through a calf injury, and their defense has also had its ups and downs. The San Francisco 49ers, on the other hand, are among the NFL's top teams and have excelled at home with a perfect 3-0 record, winning each game by a margin of at least 18 points. Moreover, even with Purdy's status in question, the 49ers still appear to be a solid bet, especially with the line dropping. The Bengals have struggled to defend against the run, ranking 29th in the league. This is advantageous for San Francisco, which heavily relies on Christian McCaffrey and boasts a robust rushing offense averaging 135 yards per game. Meanwhile, the Bengals have struggled to generate any substantial ground production, and their passing game may face challenges against the formidable 49ers defense, which allows an average of only 223 passing yards per game. Eager to bounce back from 2 consecutive losses, the 49ers are poised to make a strong comeback at home. Unless Cincinnati is operating at peak performance, it's unlikely they'll be able to keep pace for long if the 49ers offense regains its form. So the San Francisco 49ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Regardless of the number of offensive weapons a team possesses, a reliable quarterback is essential. If Purdy is unable to play, Darnold will take the helm, and it's unlikely the offense will perform at its best with him in charge. Even if Purdy is available, the absence of star player Deebo Samuel will be felt, and the Bengals may opt for a more conservative approach at the start of the game. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Bears versus Los Angeles Chargers. Sunday Night Football presents a showdown between two teams yearning for a victory, with the Chicago Bears hitting the road to face the Los Angeles Chargers. The Bears, backed by their backup quarterback, are coming off a 30-12 triumph over the Raiders, defying the odds as 2.5-point underdogs. In contrast, the Chargers stumbled in Kansas City, losing 31-17 as 5.5-point underdogs. The Bears' season began on a dismal note with 4 consecutive losses, making them the league's laughingstock. However, their fortunes turned around when they crushed the Commanders 40-20 on Thursday Night Football. Chicago has since secured 2 wins in its last 3 games, with the other victory against the Raiders last weekend. Despite this recent success, sportbooks remain skeptical, offering odds of +15 over the Bears to make the playoffs. One significant reason for these long playoff odds is the recent announcement that Justin Fields is ruled out for this game. Instead, the Bears will stick with Tyson Bagent for a second consecutive week. The rookie quarterback displayed error-free football in the last game, completing 21 of 29 passes for 162 yards and a touchdown. The Bears' running game shone in the win, amassing 173 yards on 38 team carries. Defensively, the Bears have struggled this season, allowing an average of 27 points per game, ranking them 28th in the NFL. In terms of yardage, they stand as the 18th best unit, conceding an average of 339.4 yards per game. The return of their full contingent of starting secondary players should continue to bolster their defense. Let's address the Chargers' situation up front. Brandon Staley's coaching seat is scorching hot right now. It's not unreasonable to suggest that an outright loss to the Bears on national television could lead to his dismissal. The Chargers have stumbled to a 2-4 start, losing 2 consecutive games to the Cowboys and the Chiefs. While these are respected opponents, it was the coaching schemes, particularly in the most recent loss, that raised eyebrows. Los Angeles predominantly employed zone coverage, allowing Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce to exploit it. It was a frustrating spectacle for Chargers fans. Offensively, Justin Herbert remains at the helm for the Chargers. He has accumulated 1,592 passing yards with a 67% completion rate, along with 10 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. Joshua Kelly has led the rushing game, tallying 284 yards on 65 carries. Defensively, the Chargers have provided limited assistance this season, allowing an average of 26 points per game, ranking them 25th in the league. They have yielded an average of 406.8 yards per game, which is the second worst mark in the NFL, with only Denver performing worse. Tyson Bagent showed promise in the last outing, and I still have reservations about the Chargers' current form. While the Chargers have faced formidable opponents, Chicago is just 1 game behind in the standings, and the Bears must be riding high after their home victory over the Raiders. I have limited trust in the Chargers to beat many teams by more than a touchdown. The Bears displayed a strong offensive performance in their last game, and I anticipate Bagent will deliver another solid performance here. It may not be sufficient for the Bears to win the game, but it should enable them to keep it close. I believe the Bears can keep this as a 1-score game, so the Chicago Bears to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. A closer examination of the statistics reveals an unexpected trend in the totals for these 2 teams. Despite Los Angeles boasting a more potent offense, they have played under the total in 4 of their 6 games. Conversely, Chicago, despite offensive struggles, has gone over the total in 6 of their 7 games. With this game taking place in Los Angeles, I anticipate the Chargers will dictate the tempo. Considering that Chicago won't likely score 30 points again with Bagent at the helm, the Los Angeles defense should hold its ground, particularly with the Bears missing 2 linemen. The Chargers are poised to score just enough points to secure the win, particularly with Austin Eckler now healthy, enabling them to control possession and sustain drives. On the flip side, Chicago's defense has demonstrated resilience over the past 2 weeks with a complete secondary. Although Eddie Jackson and Jaquan Brisker are currently listed as questionable, their presence may pose challenges for Justin Herbert. The current total appears a bit too high for my liking, making me lean towards the under. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.